I could not wait to get up this morning and make this video. I was so freaking excited about that game last night. So let me just jump right in. So in the beginning, I was just like, okay, I knew that they were going to come out and be aggressive. And, you know, the NBA and basketball is a game of runs. So I figured they would go on like this run. And in my mind, we would close the gap and then just take full control of the game like we've done in previous games. So that's what I'm thinking going into it. So I didn't really get nervous when they jumped out to the lead because I'm like, you know what? They're the ones whose back is up against the wall. They need to play more aggressively. We really don't have the pressure on us. They have the pressure on them. So when they were coming out like that, believe it or not, I kind of expected it. And I wouldn't expect anything less from Nick Nurse. Excuse me. So when they did that, I was like, okay, it's fine. So what scared me was we never really got into our rhythm. And, you know, even like the refs were making some questionable calls. And, you know, that's why Danny Green was upset. And I was upset with Danny, but I'm glad to see that, you know, Maxey and Harden, you know, came over and they tried to calm him down because we can't afford any technicals and unnecessary, you know, calls and whatnot. But what that told me about Danny Green was he was like feeling it, like he was passionate. This wasn't just like some lackadaisical game to him. He really wanted to like go all out. So even though, you know, the refs was making bad calls and he was upset about it, I appreciated his passion. Okay, so let's move along. We never got into our rhythm, but I'm thinking, okay, Tobias is playing tremendous defense. Giving him mad props. He was killing it out there. I'm a Tobias fan. I told y'all the next game, I'm wearing my Tobias Harris jersey. So anyway, Tobias is doing his thing. I felt like Harden was going to be the one who was going to take over the game and, you know, lead us with the offense. So when, you know, we go into the fourth quarter, my thought was like, people were texting me, they're freaking out. And I'm just like, listen, to me, stuff don't get real until the fourth quarter. So let's just wait and see what happens at the fourth quarter. And I figured that even as bad as we were playing in the first half, when I found out we had like 15 turnovers and we were only down 10 points, I'm like, listen, we got a really good chance of still winning this game because as bad as we're playing on their court, with all the turnovers, we are still only down by like 10 points. Okay, so fast forward, we get into like the fourth quarter. I'm thinking Harden's going to take over the game. He freaking, you know, fouls out the game. And I thought that was a BS foul anyway. But it is what, in Ben's words, it is what it is. You know, Harden sits on the bench. So now I'm really like, oh, snap. You know, it's about to get real. So we go into overtime. And I'm like, oh, my God, my heart can't take it. You know, we're going into overtime. James Harden is on the bench. We're on their court. And I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. But I even posted, even though we're in overtime, without James Harden, we got this. Because I still have faith. I tell you, I will always have faith in this team. I trust this team. And to me, what shifted everything was when Doc called that timeout. I was like, Doc, perfect coaching. Because I felt like we were going to lose the ball at that moment. So, you know, it was just kind of like, you know, congestion and everything. It was just like a mess down there. Doc called the timeout. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank you, Doc. Thank you for calling that freaking timeout. And I was like, let's just design a play. And let's just get a really good basket. And, oh, wait, let me back up. So I felt like even going into regulation, I thought Tobias got foul. They should have called that foul on Tobias. We should have never gone into overtime in the first place. But anywho, let's get back to, you know, the closing seconds. So I'm like, all right, good. We call a timeout. Doc's going to draw up a play. And I want the ball in Maxey or Embiid's hands. This is what I'm thinking in my head. So when, you know, the play goes, you guys all saw the play. I don't even have to reenact it for you. You guys know what that play was. But when the ball left his hand, I knew it. I said, that ball's going in. I knew it, because you know why? Joel Embiid is the MVP, and he was doing MVP stuff out there on that court last night, and he won the freaking game for us, and it was just awesome, and I was like screaming, and I was happy and whatnot. So just like I said, I'm not the one saying this, it's out there in the stats. The team that usually goes up 3-0 goes on to win the series. Listen, this team, we more than likely should sweep it. Not more than likely, we will sweep this team come Saturday. I'm so proud of this team because people were counting this team out, but I never ever doubted this team for a second. We are in it to win it, y'all. So I need everybody to clap your hands for the Philadelphia 76ers. Go Sixers!